guys, it's Tina with Do the Inner Wild. I wanted to go ahead and do some practice, well, just self-improvement stuff I would be doing on my own anyway, so if you just like want to sit down and chit-chat kind of, then this is, you know, basically what I'm doing. You can join me. After all, what I do here is also for the collective whole. Yes, so as a byproduct, you improve too. You're welcome. You're welcome. Alright, so I haven't touched these cards in a little while, and there's actually some other decks that I really need to try out as well, but I think this is the Celestial Wisdom one. I don't know, I got it used, like from an estate sale type of thing. And here it is, energies and whatnot. Yeah, oh, hello. It is. It's Celestial Wisdom cards. Yeah, Guidance from the Angels by Juliet Jaffray, Hubs, and Nora Monaco. Anyway, I feel like they are on point because anytime I do a card pull, I don't know, magically, I end up isolating the page that it's on. I don't know how it happens that way, but it just does. Spirit is so efficient. Anyway, these are the 3 cards that I got. There's Imagination, Obedience. You know, there's no real graphic, obviously, other than this continuous symbol, right? And then Creativity. So I'm just going to read through each one, and then go from there, because I've felt like I've had a creative block for quite a while, and when I do kind of settle down and just go with the flow of creating things, and just accept the process of just taking time, just going with the flow, like I have no other obligations in the world, just, do I have mess in the back? It's fine, it's fine, but, that's when things, that's when I, you know, like the creative block dissipates, you know, it takes on a life form on its own. Okay, so let's go through this. I'm going to read through this. Imagination. To conceive in thought, create mental pictures, foolish notion, and empty fancy. That's fun. So I guess I'm being called out on daydreaming a little bit, and putting my energies into a mode of distraction and escapism, even if it's on a lighter note. When that becomes excessive, then, you know, that's just unhealthy. So let's read. When you choose this card, know that new experiences are in store for you. Oh, that's a bright side, because I thought that, oops, I thought it was supposed to be, positive, but then when I saw that reading, that interpretation, I was just taken aback. But it's not to say that it didn't carry any truth, because I confess, yes. Anyway, put your creative power to work. Clearly imagine what you really desire. That's where it all starts. Be inventive and original in possibilities you see. Create miracles. Yes, I can do. You can do. We have to be able to conceive a thought before you can bring it to fruition. Create ideas, thoughts, plans, and actions in your mind, then bring them into your life. Look for images and symbols around you. What messages are they trying to convey? And that's another important thing too. I've been reading, trying out other divination systems, and they all tell me pretty much the same thing, in creating balance. And part of that is to go outdoors, at least even in my like patio garden area. Like, I need to be out, breathe fresh air, honor that balance. I don't know what it is that just snaps me out of it, going outside, just stepping outside, even just to water the plants. But I even try to do that, like that minimal amount to like get me back in, what is it? I can't even think of the word. Just get a little head start on things by just going outside and just tending to the plants first. And just so at least I can hold myself over till like a late afternoon, like around now, to get to my goals and my plans. Because for a while I've thought about them, and the more I face my fears, the easier it is for me to gain, like it automatically causes me to gain clarity on what I want to do, because the possibilities just open up. You know, I'm not self-limiting. So, okay, look for images and symbols around you. What messages are they trying to convey? Remember to look at the bigger picture. Do you feel a sense of belonging? Ask yourself how you choose to fit into the scheme of things. What image does that create in your mind? Yeah, nature answers it all for me. It really grounds me, so I haven't been out very much today. Gotta do that. I still have plenty of sun left. Oh, I did try going out early morning. I did. I don't want to tell you though. I was responsible. But, yeah, let's see here. I ended up having to go back home. That's the end of it. So, I was led to coming back here, and I don't know why. Maybe I needed an extra hour of sleep. I don't know. Anyway, maybe I needed to test my limits and my boundaries. Alright. Moving forward. There's still opportunity to go outside. Are you creating a negative picture out of self-doubt? Look at what is real and what is not. The image in your mind today has the potential to change your tomorrows. Watch your thoughts carefully. You may just get what you've asked for. Yeah, I've suffered with that a lot. Not just self-doubt, but I think that's really what it boils down to. Is when I was working full-time at, like, busting my butt at my previous jobs, especially the last one, oh, the inner turmoil that existed. I don't even know why I didn't just go with the flow and left sooner. But I left later, so, you know, I did get the benefits out of that. It was my choice. I decided to leave a place that gave financial security, but everything else was turbulent. Worse. Turbulent. Oh gosh. I don't even want to give you examples. But there were projects that I would have to, you know, handle, coordinating events and showing my worth, but not being acknowledged for it properly. So I would exhaust myself, over-exhaust, and how much can I say about this? How much am I allowed to say about this? And anyway, just running through this hamster wheel. And, you know, I didn't realize that I was in one for a while. So while I was trying to gain certain status, not just gain it, not just earn it, but actually being acknowledged for it. I would incur all of these thoughts, like overthinking about even what I'm going to wear because I was just invited to something because they had themed shirts, but I was added as the last bit, you know, and trying to fit in with the theme. Like, I would lose hours of sleep because my boss decided to invite me. I think it was just out of, what do you call it? Maybe guilt or afterthought. It's crazy because I was the one that planned it, a significant part of it, and you know, it's all about status there. So very political. So I guess I just didn't fit the bill. So whatever the case, I would overthink these things down to the minimal part of what to wear. And in the end, it didn't really matter. I just lost out again. So, all right. That is to give you a little anecdote about, and this is normally what I would do going through the cards, right, for self-improvement. But yeah, that gives you the concept of the power of thought. How worrying over something is a huge time waster, and how important it is to be mindful of where your thoughts go, because I'm only realizing in the past couple of months that we're all a co-creator of our lives. So where you put your energy into, that's what you're fueling, right? And that train of thought may go nowhere, really. Like, last occupation. But, you know, it did give me strength. It did give me incredible insights to myself about what, just like other relationships that I've left, what I don't want to continue in my life, and that there's still hope for so much more to discover. So hopefully most of you are beyond that, but we all struggle with that inner self-talk. I don't think society supports us enough in our growth process to be all right with ourselves and accept what's real on the inside. Like, yeah. So we're going to move on to the next thing. Okay? Again, this is imagination, to conceive in thought, creating mental pictures, foolish notion, and be wary of foolish notion and empty fancy. Okay. Next is obedience. Yes, I need to follow through. Diligence, yes? Okay, compliance with a command or law, submission to authority, performing that which is required. Yes. Yes, the doing part. Walking the walk. Alright. Choosing this card alerts you to watch for signals and yield to your higher knowingness. Be obedient to yourself. What are truly your needs and desires? If you feel resistance when you draw this card, yeah, okay. When you feel resistance when you draw this card, you need to ask yourself who or what you have allowed to control your life. Remember there are choices here. Yeah. Take the power back. Yes. I feel like I need to turn on like a 80s ballad to get the passion back. Just drive it in. Okay. Only you can truly know what is right for you. Look within yourself and act accordingly. This is a time to act on what you already know in your heart to be right. Exercise discernment. Do what is required in the situation now. Listen to the prompting of your inner knowledge. Opportunity for growth is at hand. You've come this far. Don't stop now. It wasn't all for nothing. Surrender to your own higher authority or guidance. Do not give your power away to others. Follow your own truth and be obedient to that truth. Yes. Yes. Practice what you preach, Tina. I am. I swear I am. Just, it's not all completed in one day or 1 week or even a year. I mean, I backtrack on my Facebook stuff as I do the rollouts of memories from day to day. And for however long you've input it on Facebook, it gives you that, what do you call it, that like camera roll of events, like per year, like 9 years ago you were here, 3 years ago you were there. And yeah, it's a process, and it is a journey, and some days are harder than others. Some days are like you feel like invincible and on top of your game, and it's been a long time since I've felt like, not above it, but like things are possible again. And I started moving out of like that daydream state and more into my role of power. And that wasn't easy, because if you do that for so long, it's hard to break a habit. It's anyway, let's move on to the next card. It's just follow through, okay? The follow through is really you'll see the manifestation in the end. Like when I went back to college to finish up my degree, and yet that still is in practice, but it seemed almost impossible because I was working a full-time job trying to earn that name, that status, that place, that paycheck, whatever, and raising kids, and going through the constant changes of family dynamics, not just within our core unit, but also with our separate families, my husband's as well as my own, and the ever-changing cycles of what that brings. So it's, I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm getting lost in thought right now because I'm remembering all of these things, all of these factors that played a role. Oh yes, what I was trying to get at is now seeing the possibilities. And the only way I was able to really get that far by huge bounds was facing my fears, and that's inner work. That's the stuff that nobody wants to touch. That's stuff that nobody really wants to see, preferred not to. But it's inevitable, and we can't keep escaping it. So let's get real, right? Real and real focused. Okay, we're moving on to creativity, the last bit. And don't mind my nails because this is a part of self-care, which I don't paint my nails often. Mind you, this nail color, I've had since like for the past 10 years or so, and I refuse to buy any more nail polish because I don't care. Like, I don't have a knack for painting nails, and I just can't sit still through the drying process, and I don't have one of those UV lamps to get it done quicker, like set it quicker. But that wasn't even like known to have back in the day. And the other thing is I do a lot of stuff where I don't care about my nails. So I try to do this practice of it. Oh, don't see, look how bad that is. See, I scratched them off. That's real. That's me, right? Yeah? So today I decided to go with this like not translucent, what is it? Holographic black, green, blue, purple. Anyway, I like the color when it's in light, bright light. But anyway, I'm just saying, I'm practicing it to just sit down, quiet my mind, not touch on too many things, because I have like a dozen books out, 20 different decks of cards, and all of my wire wrap stuff here, most of it, and it's just crazy where my focus can bend. So I did that, okay? Creativity. Okay, I'm starting to digress, but that's okay, because sometimes when you're going hiking and there's a path and then there's one that leads to a little creek, you know, it's sometimes fun to go there. You discover different things. Maybe not all of you are nature people, but let's move forward. Creativity. Accomplish or originating in an artistic manner. Causing, creating, inventing. This is a manifesting card. Use your imagination. Be inventive. The energy is right to bring those thoughts and dreams into reality now. Make them real. When you draw this card, know that the time is at hand to accomplish new and positive things in your life. The ball is in your court. The pen is in your hand. The word eat. What? Why is eat? Oh. Throwing me off, this literature, okay? The word eat is hidden within creativity. Perhaps there is something hidden within that is eating at you and needs to be creatively expressed. That's kind of a far stretch, but I get what they're saying. Yes, something's gnawing at me. Yes, it's not just a creative block. I can't just use that as an excuse. I can overcome that. I can overcome that. I can create. I've seen it before. Okay. The time is right to be, act, and do what you need to do. What you need to for you. Act now on innovative ideas. It is time to actually live your dreams. Let your thoughts draw patterns. Let your thought patterns flow freely. Be artistic or intellectual. Sew, cook, start a new project. Creativity will flourish when you find interesting ways to express your potential in avenues of inspiring thought. Invest in yourself. The only limits are those you place on yourself. Dare to take a different path. Try something new. Find an unusual solution. Okay, so last time I felt in a rut, I decided to come here and practice. And I'm a Gemini, and all of my placements that I know thus far speak to the fact that this stuff helps. And even I know that when I'm having a problem, like when I'm having an issue, that I come to a solution. I come to a solution faster and with more clarity if I talk things out to another entity, another living entity. So thank you very much for lending your ears and being part of my growth process. Hopefully it is part of yours as well. When I got this out of my little Ziploc baggie, my cards, right? I took them as they were really crammed in there. So when I took them out, that's what the placements of the cards were. So I just decided to take it like that. But I want to go ahead and pull one more card. You don't have to stick through this, obviously. You don't have to stick through any of it. But I thank you. This is just something I do. I'd rather do this than go to pick a card readings, because I've done that so many times, and oh, here we go. See? No time wasted. What is this? Angel of Random Mirror. What? This flew right out. Did you see it? It was just like, here's your mail. There you go, Tina. Shh. Okay? Because, you know what? I'm not going to smack talk on those pick a card readers, because they have helped me and gain some insight, helped me work with my intuition, you know, practice the art of discernment with all of these, you know, all this information floating around, and put that into perspective and check some stuff out. So anyway, here we go. Angel of Random Miracles. Let's read that, because that's pretty. There's only a few, like, I don't know, 6 or 8 of these cards in a deck of, I don't know, 60 something. I should let you know this. So. Tina, where are you? Where did you go? Angel of Random Miracles. How crazy is that? You gotta read that. Okay. Oh my gosh, so there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5? No. Yeah. What? I'm counting this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of this whole deck, there's only 5 of those in there. So, consider ourselves lucky. When you choose this angel, know that your chance has come to beat the odds. Yeah! She will start the energy flowing in your favor. Do you believe you can? She says, yes, indeed. Do not put limits on your miracles. The angel comes with mighty forces working for positive outcomes. Expect wonderful results ranging far beyond the mundane. Expect the unexpected. I'm salivating here because I guess that's what spirituality does to me. Limitations are removed. You can make great progress now. Anything is possible. Surprising outcomes and changes for the better are coming your way. When your worst fears are looming right before your eyes, look very closely. They may be miracles in disguise. How often have you thanked God for unanswered prayers? Many don't do that. They do not. I do thank God when something bad happens, because it forces me to find the blessing in it. Like, what's the bright side? We just watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the old version, the first one with Gene Wilder, and he's such an amazing actor. What was I saying to that? Oh my gosh, I just lost it. Why did I bring that up? Yes, looking on the bright side. So, initially, when they were, when the golden tickets were distributed, Charlie decided to get one for his Grandpa Joe, and they opened it up together. And mind you, they're living in poverty, like bedpans and all. Not to say that bedpans equal poverty, but I'm saying that it was just a really like Tiny Tim sad story, sob story that they were living. And just to have that opportunity, that chance to have a golden ticket and really turn up, and something that really interests them, they opened up this candy bar together, and they hyped it up, like, okay, which side should we open first? And and uh, and and yeah, and when they did, they were just really taken aback that that opportunity was just blown away, without that finding, that that possibility is just kind of like, it just vanished into thin air. That excitement, that wonder for a miraculous happening. And I think it gets to me because of how I relate to it. But when watching the movie, it wasn't like so sad, it was, the concept was sad, but I feel it now relating to my own life. So anyway, Charlie, they experienced that slump of disappointment and sadness. It wasn't quite despair, okay, but that little slump, right? So Charlie just comes back at it and he's like, well, it would have made the candy bar, it would have made the chocolate taste bad anyway, So that's what I do when I'm, basically, that's the concept of what I do when I pray and things don't feel so great, or something tough comes along, something difficult comes along. I think about the bright side of it. I could give you another example, but that's kind of personal, on a note of family that, falls on my husband's side, and I really, want to keep privacy, like give that respect to privacy. If it were something, happening within my own particular life, then I could relate it. But anyway, that's what I do when I pray, and things get tough, and that really does lift me up. And I haven't practiced prayer in a very long time, although I did grow up, I was raised Catholic, and I have nothing really poor to say about the purpose of that, the discipline. But after leaving private schools, went to college, I just, and moving away from home, I just didn't carry on that practice as tightly woven as I used to before. How it was so ingrained on a daily basis, and then just like dissipated to a weekly basis, to going to Mass on Sundays, to drifting off to just holidays, and then just finding my own way of spirituality. And I'm not going to talk down on that, because everybody needs to take a step back sometimes to really grasp the whole impact of it, to appreciate it. Sometimes we just need to take a step back to take a breather, and it wasn't until things started crumbling and decaying was no other way to move except to get back up. I didn't want to stay down. I couldn't. So, alright, the last part of it. The angel of random miracles brings opportunities and inspiration. Here's your chance to work with her incredible energy. Sorry about that. It cut off. I don't know. It was the first time I was recording through YouTube directly to avoid that time lapse of uploading, processing, and whatever. God knows takes hours. So anyway, last part is she urges you to look for the everyday miracles and live in joy. So I wanted you to be able to sit with that. Oh, there we go. Oh, and my ugly nail, my busy nails. Okay. Right. Oh, there's her head. There we go. Beautiful. They're working together. They're both angels. Okay. I think that's enough, Tina, for now. Alright. Hopefully you benefited from that message as well. As I think we could all get something out of that. Alright. Thanks for joining in again. And if you liked it, hit the thumbs up button. If not, I wish you well. Don't hit the thumbs down button. Don't do it, man. But anyway, see you later.